prophecy of the fifth trumpet. The fifth trumpet is a warning that a third of the earth will be killed, and those armies that are going to be used are called and prepared, which will ultimately culminate in the sixth trumpet, in the sixth bowl, which leads to the finalization of that great battle where 1/3 of the earth is killed from those people. And this is a warning that was given in the fifth trumpet. Revelation chapter 9 verse 1 says, "And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit." So at the fifth trumpet, we end up seeing the helicopters coming in from the east like locusts, and they're told not to harm the people of God who have this seal of God on their forehead, but they're only to torment the people who don't have it for 5 months. They're not to harm them for 5 months. Pay very close attention because this is crucial. Because at the point of the fifth trumpet, there's 5 months until the return of Christ and that battle that occurs where 1/3 of the earth dies. Revelation chapter 9 verse 4 says, "And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads." And who is it that have the seal of God on their foreheads? It is those who are exodusing out into the wilderness for those 1260 days. Revelation chapter 7 verse 3 and 4, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel." And these flying locusts are friendly aircraft to the people at the camp of Petra, who are at the camp of Petra waiting for Christ to descend. They'll be there, and those helicopters, those locusts, will be a preliminary force coming in before the ground troops come in with the sixth trumpet and the sixth bowl. And so there's a space from that point of 5 months until that battle of the Lord. And we'll see this in the prophecy. Revelation chapter 9 verse 5 says, "And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man." So we know that they're told at that point of the fifth trumpet not to start killing. That they're to wait 5 months from that point. And from that point in the 1260 days, until the Lord comes, there's 5 months until that battle of Armageddon. And the plagues that are prophesied during those days will be the countdown of those days during that portion until the great day of God Almighty, the battle of Armageddon. Revelation chapter 11 verse 3 says, "And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth." At the fifth trumpet being prophesied, there's 1,110 days. So on the 1,110th day is the fifth trumpet sounded. And then it will come forth to 5 months until we have the battle of Armageddon, in which 1/3 of the earth will die. Revelation chapter 9 verse 10 says, "And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months." This is the final 5 months until that battle. And we see this as the sixth trumpet prepares the ground troops and the horsemen that are coming in at the sixth trumpet. Revelation chapter 9 verse 14 and 15 continues on. It says, "Saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men." So we see here that it is an hour, a day, a month, and a year prepared. What day, hour, month, and year is prepared? The day of the Lord, the day of that great day of God Almighty, the battle of Armageddon, in which 1/3 of the population that has been tricked by the devil to come fight against Christ will die. And those armies that are coming in from the fifth and the sixth trumpet are preparation for that day that will end up being permitted to kill and harm those without the seal of God on their forehead on the end of the 5th month, on the great day. Revelation chapter 9 verse 18 says, "For by these 3 was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouth." And verse 19 and 20 continues on, it says, "For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto scorpions, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold, and of silver, and brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk. So what we see in the fifth and sixth trumpet is a preparation of those armies. And those armies of the kings of the east are going to be used by Christ, with Christ, to fight against the beast, and be vessels of destruction against the beast and his armies, killing 1/3 of those who fight. And this is how we end up with the blood river, and this is also how we end up with Gentiles and pagans coming into the millennial reign of Christ for the 1,000 years. They will be used by the Lord as a vessel of destruction, killing 1/3 of the earth. Revelation chapter 16, verse 12 through 14 talks about this. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth into the kings of the earth and the whole world, to gather them to battle of that great day of God Almighty. So what we see is first the mention of calling the armies to come in from the east, the kings of the east coming across the Euphrates, who are told not to harm anybody with the seal of the living God. Only the people that don't have it, which are the beast and his people. Okay? So then in the prophecy continues to say he sees the beast, the false prophet, and the dragon, right, with spirits of devils deceiving the nations, right, to telling them to gather for the battle of Armageddon, where they're going to fight against Christ. And this is going to be how those 1/3 of those armies get deceived by 1/3 of the angels of the beast's armies, who end up dying in that likeness, and they're killed by those armies coming in with Christ and his armies. And this whole battle of the great day of God Almighty is that preparation for that day, that month, and that hour. And it's at the end of those 5 months. And this is why the locusts do not kill men for 5 months, but only to torment them. And at the end of the 5 months, that battle will occur, and they will be given permission to kill. So what they're told with those armies, the armies are told for the space of 5 months not to kill until that 5 months is complete. Then 1/3 of the earth will be killed by those armies with Christ in his return. And this is a part of why they're told, do not harm men for 5 months, but just to torment them. And this is a prophecy of the fifth trumpet.